Here's the video kind of showing what our plan is for the basement here. So here's the basement that we've got going on. Nothing. And what we've kind of done so far is we've been setting the beams here, right? So this holds one side of the floor that we're putting in, which just sits up like that. And then the other side, we're just tying into, let me show you what we're done, like wood that we've laid on the ground right here. So we've got a section of this that there's 2x6s going all the way across here and here and here. And the 2x6s are however the spacing of these are, which is every 16 inches. We have a 2x6 going from here to here and all the way across. And then we just put some OSB on top of that. So, and this whole edge here is just sitting on the dirt, but it's compacted dirt, so it's not going anywhere. And over under here, we just put a piece of 2x6 that has been screwed into the with masonry bits. And we're using these here to tie in every one. So, for example, if we're putting in a beam here, you know, we'll put this in to hold the beams in on both ends. Same on this end. So like the end of this beam, you can kind of see. Yeah, we've got that little bracket holding it in to hold in the front to the back. As far as structural wise, this was kind of all at an angle. We knocked down this middle section a little bit so that there's a path, because otherwise it was all like this, where it was just gradually sloping and it sucked. So we've intentionally kept some good distance from the support beams, but you know, we found a couple big rocks in here that we kind of broke up, but we're leaving some good distance around these beams, because you know, these support beams are pretty, hopefully I'm not moving too fast here. So same thing, you know, and these are all, I'm sure, cemented in way below where we haven't dug up any of these, I guess is the question. If anything, the walls that were here there was a gap here against the walls, and we filled in with some of the extra dirt a lot of this gap. So there was a gap between the wall and the dirt that we filled in pretty much the whole way. So it used to go down right here, and you know, again right there. So we've filled in this dirt here with the dirt we pulled out of the middle, so that there's a flat area here, because before there was no flat area here, and now it's a nice flat area where you could potentially store stuff or build something on top of this and not have an issue. But we're not going anywhere near any of the foundation of any of these. We haven't dug out any of these main support beams at all. So hopefully I'm not going too fast to kind of show. And we filled all this in with the dirt from the middle. So, and get an overview, back up a little bit here, kind of see. So we kind of built that whole floor, and now we're going to expand at floor level over to about here, and then we're going to go up, and it's going to go over to here. So this beam's already in. We've already masonry screwed it into to the foundation wall right there, just to support that side of the beam. But otherwise, the foundation stuff, like any of these beams, we haven't gone anywhere near. So all we did was fill in. Oh, like I said, near the wall, there was a pit. So you can kind of see the pit still here. This is one, we didn't really touch this area too much. So that little pit is still here because we haven't filled in dirt there. But, and then below that, you know, this is concrete. So of course, we're not obviously breaking up any concrete or anything. But in fact, up here, you can kind of see there's still some of that pit. So like, it's hard to see, but in the corner, you know, there's that pit that they filled in with junk. And it kind of goes all the way around. There's a pit over there on the side of that stuff. So we just filled in a little bit of dirt to make it more potentially flat. But these beams are already like this, you know, as far as This cement was like this. You know, this crack was already here. We haven't touched that. This is just extra cement they put on top right here. But these, I'm sure, go down into some big cement. So, and all we did here was knock that down so that instead of it coming do, it just goes near. So that's all she was kind of concerned about, is that after we were working here last night, she said she heard it squeaking and groaning. Well, there's one particular beam over here that squeaks and groans, and so this beam here, I've actually put a pry bar in here because that's our squeak spot. So if I take this out, so it's rubbing right there. You hear it? So something to do with when this was screwed in to this, because all these are screwed in from here to here, that there just needs to be a little bit of a separation, because otherwise it squeaks when this one flexes. And I believe that's what she heard last night. Kind of scared her, and she wanted us to stop until she had someone else look at what we're doing. But we're not really affecting anything structurally wise, so should be all good.